All right, let's look at the homework 8.2, problem number 6. All right, so we have this curve, x equals square root of a squared minus y squared, and we want to rotate this curve about the y-axis. All right, so let's do that. All right, so first I'm going to go ahead and take the derivative. So let's find dx over dy. So derivative of x with respect to y. All right, so square root is 1/2 power, so I'm going to put the 1/2 in front and keep a squared minus y squared as it is, and subtract 1 from the power, so it's going to be negative 1/2 power, and then multiply by derivative inside with respect to y, which would be negative 2y. Right, so we can cancel. There's a 2 on the bottom and a 2 on top. So this is going to be equal to, so there's a negative sign. Right, then you have y on top. And then we have, let's see, it's a negative power, so it's going to be a squared minus y squared would be on the bottom, then 1/2 power, so it's a square root. All right, so let's find the square root of 1 plus, all right, dx over dy squared. All right, so this is going to be equal to square root of, all right, 1's 1, and then here I'm going to square that, so it's going to be a positive y squared. Then you have a squared minus y squared. Right, taking a common denominator. So we have, a squared minus y squared is the common denominator. So 1 would be the same thing as a squared minus y squared over the same thing, plus y squared. Right? So we can cancel negative y squared and a positive y squared. All right, then we have, let's see, so a squared and the square root, so a is going to be on top. Then we have square root of a squared minus y squared on the bottom. All right, so let's set up the integral. So the surface area, so S is going to be equal to, all right, so it's 2 pi is in front. And then we want to do it with respect to y. So y goes from 0 to a over 3. Right? Then we need the radius. Right? So the radius is determined, in this case, so let's see, we're rotating about the y-axis. So radius is the x value. So x value is given as a square root of a squared minus y squared. Right? So this is the, maybe I'll use a different color here. That's the radius. Right? Right? Then what we need is arc length here. So arc length. Alright, so which is, let's see, we already found that to be a over square root of a squared minus y squared, and this is with respect to y. Alright? So you see that it's very convenient because we can cancel square root of a squared minus y squared, and that there's the same thing on the bottom. Right? Then we can just evaluate this. So this is going to be equal to 2 pi is right there. Right? Antiderivative a with respect to y is a y. And then you're going from 0 to a over 3. So this is going to be equal to 2 pi times plug in, so it's a squared over 3 minus 0. So this is going to be 2/3 pi a squared. All right, let's type it in. All right, so we got 2/3 pi a squared. All right, let's check the answer. All right, I came back and looks like we got this one correctly. All right, that's it. I hope that this was clear.